Are Coach handbags worth it? Let's check it out. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another mommy review where I review all things for the love of. Today, I want to go into, are Coach handbags worth the money? If so, why are Coach handbags worth it? So, thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive and looking into Coach bags. And I want to share my thoughts on, like, are they good value for the money? Are they worth the money? And as always, if you like the content on this channel, please consider like, subscribe, and sharing. It would really help a lot. And on with the video. So I know that a lot of people really love the creative director for Coach, was Stuart Verwerts, and under his direction, I feel that there's been a bigger push towards like different types of leather, including like pebbled and like lambskin, and like less of the treated leather, and like with the new styles and the stronger thick stitching, and a lot of the recall of styles inspired from the 70s and some more going back to the heritage of Coach of traditional style craftsmanship. I think it's been really tugging on the heartstrings for many handbag lovers. With over 60 years of experience in creating and manufacturing these signature bags, I feel like Coach is a brand that like a lot of people have rely on. And the brand itself started in 1941 with a family-run workshop in the city of Manhattan in a small loft with just like 6 artisans with handcrafted handbags that they would make with their unique skills. But I think since then it's grown massively. I would say it's probably peaked its popularity in the 1990s. At least that's what I remember back in the days when I was in school. And I think since then, there's been some fluctuation, but I feel like Coach is definitely making a comeback. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's grown massively. I feel like with under new art director, a lot of designs I've been loving so much. So what are the reasons that like Coach is popular? I think there is definitely a fandom, people with nostalgia for the brand back when in the 90s when it was been like super popular. But on top of that, I think they've been putting out some pretty trendy and beautiful handbags, and the quality I think has been pretty good compared to some of the other handbags. I can't say for sure with other fashion houses, which I think some people would recall. There's been a lot issue with Louis Vuitton, for example, this fashion house, and with the money that you are paying for a handbag, with your hard-earned money, you want to make sure you get something that is good quality. So let's go back to what are reasons that Coach is so popular. We talked about how it is good quality, trending handbag styles that's been really popular. Ones that I'm including in the list include the tabby, the pillow tabby. There's the ruby satchels that's been really popular, the willow selection, the rogue. There's just so many iconic bags that Coach has been coming out with. With that said, I think they haven't been compromising on the quality, and the price point is still on the more affordable side. I wouldn't say it's to the degree of like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Chanel, but it's definitely aiming for something that is still attainable. I feel like other things I want to call upon why people love Coach is the quality and how they're sourcing 90% of their leather from like silver and gold braided leather working group tanneries. At least that's their goal from 2025. And on top of that, I think they're doing a great job targeting their target audience. So what is their target audience? This luxury brand, I feel like it has products that's around high level pricing that are for people with like maybe a higher income, people who are in the age group of 20s to 40s, I would say. Back in the day, I thought it was more for like aunties, but like I feel like they're definitely making a revival with some really cool trending bags. So would you say it's considered like a top-end designer brand? I would say it has good designs, has good quality. It still feels luxury to me, but I think luxury is different from person to person. Really depends on, like, I think comes down to, do you like the bag? Not necessarily like how is it labeled? It's a designer bag, it's a luxury bag. At the end of the day, do you love the bag? But with that said, I feel like there's so much love. What are Coach's best products? I know they have clothing, accessories, footwear, but at the end of the day, I think their bread and butter is their Coach handbags. What they're known for is their statement pieces with the Tabby, Rogue, like I mentioned, Parker. A lot of designs that don't really go out of fashion. With that said, some people do look at this brand as a good alternative to Louis Vuitton bags because they have some similar color palettes, and but I do find that Coach is a lot more logo heavy as well. Not that Louis Vuitton is not logo heavy, but they have a couple of designs that are reminiscent of Louis Vuitton handbags. So for example, like the ruby satchel that just came out reminds me a little bit of the Speedy. So if you don't want to put in the money for Speedy, I think Coach has a really good alternative. And plus, if you want to try out, if you like a particular style bag, this might be a good entry level for you to try it out before spending the money on a more expensive bag. Do they last? Do Coach bags last? Yes, they do. I would say from my personal experience, they do last for years. The different leather types, I think the wear it will be different from person to person depending on how you use it, but they do last. Do you find that Coach bags are tacky? No, I don't think they're tacky. I think that the design has been is so on point right now. I think that I'm not a concern for me at this point whether this bag is considered tacky or like it's overdone. I think they have some really good, solid, iconic signature bags on their lineup. So summary, is Coach a good brand? Is it worth it? Is it worth the money? Why do people like it? I think Coach is gonna remain a really popular brand even in the 2020s. Maybe I think it's to a different degree than what you will see in the 1990s of its popularity. I think it's definitely a very strong powerhouse for a contemporary design fashion house with a very rich heritage and consistent quality. I think it's worth investing money in one of the Coach handbags given the beautiful designs and also not as kind of outdated branding as the brand had been, I would say around 8-10 years ago. It's definitely making a comeback, and I think it's a brand worth investing and worth loving. So what do you guys think of my commentary in this video on our Coach handbags worth it? Do you think it's worth the money? Do you love your Coach handbags? I would love to hear below. And like always, if you like the content on this channel, please consider like, subscribe, and sharing. Really help a lot. And with that said, thank you so much for joining me in this video, and I'll see you next time in the next mommy review. Take care and stay safe.